this is the sweatshirt that I'm going to do my test wash on. It's just one of the greetings from the North Pole, so I'm gonna do a little before. So I thought the next thing I would do would be unbox these pullover samples that I got. So this is what my table is set up like. So this morning has been an absolute crap show for me, and in an interesting string of events. Welcome to my channel. My name is Bailey and I'm the owner of Goo Goo Goods. So this week's video, I'm going to be prepping and vending at 3 separate vendor markets. The first one is kind of a tricky one because it's relatively expensive and it's kind of like an expo, but it's not exactly what I thought it was going to be. It's called the Mother of All Baby Showers, and it's going to be in Tampa. And it's a very short event. It's only like 3 hours and it's on a Friday night, but the booth fee for that was like $400, and I thought it was going to be like a 10 by 10 space inside, but it's actually just a table space, and I applied for it a long time ago. I want to say like maybe March, before I'd even like actually done any other like vendor markets. So I think I was a little bit naive when I applied for it, and I kind of think it's more of like an event where it's bigger brands like Graco, and I can't even think of other baby brands right now. Like big brands like Baby Bjorn, stuff like that, have like tables where they like give away products. It's not like people who have small like baby businesses like go and like sell stuff. So I'm very nervous about how that's going to turn out. I don't really have like super high hopes for that. For that event, I'm just going to bring like my diaper bags and like mom related stuff. So I guess like mom related like apparel and mom related tumblers. So I only have one mama tumbler left from last week's market. So I'm a little bit worried about how that's going to go. So I might just have to take the L on that. But the other events are actually just like good, like normal events. Like the one on Saturday is called the Adjectives like Fall Fest, and it's with this like company called Adjectives, and I don't know where all they have Adjectives stores, but they have a ton here in Orlando. They're like kind of like vintagey vibes, consignment-y stuff. They just have like a bunch of like different like home goods and like apparel and stuff like that. And so it's going to be like their fall fest, and there are a lot of people that are vending at that because the map is really, really big. And then the one on Sunday is like the College Park Makers Market, which is I think through Orlando Local Makers. I'll have to look that up. But so yeah, so I've got 3 events this weekend, so I don't really have a ton to prep for that. Honestly, I kind of just need to unpack my boxes from last weekend's event since it was so big. If you didn't watch last week's vlog, I vended at a 2-day event down in Jacksonville. I guess actually it's up. I vended at a 2-day event up in Jacksonville where my booth fee was like significant. It was like $800 for the applique, or $800 to vend there, and like over $50 to apply to vend there. So that was a huge thing, and it was a huge success for us. So yeah, so I kind of need to unpack and repack based on kind of like what I'm going to be bringing to these new events. So that was a lot of talking, so I'm going to go ahead and go over our to-do list for this week so you kind of know what I'm going to be trying to work on to get ready for these 3 events. So some things I need to do. I need to embroider some more of the Mary appliques. I'm going to try to do the big one that I've been working on, but I do need to restock the little ones because I sold out of all of those but one at the market last weekend. And the same with the For Unto Us a Child is Born sweatshirts. I completely sold out of those, so I need to do some of that. I think I only have like 2 white sweatshirts left, so I need to order some more blanks for that, and it usually doesn't take very long for me to get those. So if I order those today, I can probably get those. Oh, also it's Tuesday. I didn't film yesterday because I was like in full like recoup mode. So if I order those today, they should get here by Thursday, and I may or may not have enough time to finish embroidering them by Friday. I'll just kind of have to see how much effort I'm going to put into that. So I'm going to definitely embroider the 2 that I have here and get those done. So I'll see how much I have, but I do need to embroider that because I think those would do really well at the market on Saturday in particular. Okay, that's enough of that. I put that one to sublimate some more totes because I have a lot of totes and a lot of sublimation designs to put on them. I need to order more tumblers because I reordered the beige, or like the cream tumblers with the flower. I reordered those, so they're on their way. But I really need to reorder some more of the mama tumblers and the expensive and difficult tumblers because I am pretty much out. I think I just have one of the mama tumblers, and the expensive and difficult tumblers are really good sellers for me. So I want to go ahead and start getting some more inventory of that because I'm starting to run low on those. I need to apply to the whimsy markets. If you've been watching my vlogs, I did a whimsy market a couple weeks ago, and it was really good. It was my most successful market, like before yesterday or for last week's market. So I'm gonna apply for some more of those because they have their whole schedule posted like a year in advance, so I can apply to like as many as I want to. I need to unbox some pullover samples that I got kind of a while ago, but I've got them right here, and I want to unbox them and show you and kind of get your opinion on a couple of things. I need to film an intro to the Market for Makers video. I actually already did that, so that can be crossed off just because I needed to film like an intro to put at the beginning because I didn't really do an intro while I was down there. I maybe want to work on filming and ordering on Alibaba video. I've talked about that a couple vlogs back, but I just like haven't found the time to do it. Do a test wash of the sublimation sweatshirts to show how it turns out, because in the last video I got, or I guess it might have been 2 videos ago, I got a comment asking about like how the sublimation washes, because if you're not familiar with sublimation, you typically want to sublimate on things that have a higher polyester count. And so like the sweatshirts have like a 50-50 blend of 50% cotton, 50% polyester, so the dye sticks to the polyester fibers and not to the cotton fibers. But I've looked at a bunch of YouTube videos, and I'm part of a bunch of like sublimation groups on Facebook, so it should work out pretty good. But I thought I would do a test wash and kind of like show you what it turns out like. And then I need to prep for the mother of all baby showers this Friday. I also kind of want to talk about how I really liked my setup with the shelf last week. So I bought another shelf on like Amazon that's like collapsible, like a collapsible metal one. I thought about getting the collapsible wooden one that you see a bunch of people like on Instagram and like TikTok have, but I wanted one that was like a little bit bigger, and the metal one was a little bit bigger and like $40 cheaper, so I just like went with the metal one. And I think it's going to be cute too, but I really liked having the shelves and being able to kind of stock them like that. I thought it was like a really good visual, and I thought I could, you know, put a lot of product on there, so I really enjoyed that. Okay, so that was a really long intro, but I'm going to start with showing you the sweatshirt before I wash it, and then we'll also unbox those samples. This is the sweatshirt that I'm going to do my test wash on. It's just one of the greetings from the North Pole, so I'm going to do a little before. That's what it's looking like, and I'll also do like a little test shot of it down on the table to show you too. So this is what it looks like pre-wash. So I'm just gonna put it in my washer inside out, and I'm gonna do it on like a normal load, but it's gonna be by itself, so I'm gonna do it normal load with detergent. Okay, I will check in after it's dry. I'm also gonna dry it on low inside out because I just think that's good practice. Okay, so I'm gonna go do it. So I thought the next thing I would do would be unbox these pullover samples that I got. So these are from the same people that do my manatee and my Florida one. And they sent me 2 new designs. And they also like sent me like a sample of like a sweatsuit, which I didn't ask for, but it's pretty funny. So this is gonna be the first one. That's a little sneak peek of the color. So this one says, it says roller coaster enthusiast. How cute! Is this also, yeah, this is a large. Look how stinking cute that is. Roller coaster enthusiast. And it also has like the pink, but it's like a darker pink. It comes off a little bit lighter on camera, I think, but that's kind of, actually that's a pretty accurate representation. But it has like the dark pink like that. It says roller coaster enthusiast. And it's like the same little coaster as on my hats. So you could get the matching set if you wanted. So there's the first one, and then here is the second one. It says Florida Gator Gang. So after I already had these like ready to be sent to me, I was talking to another person about like the new design I wanted to get, and it occurred to me based on talking with them that, yeah, like the Florida Gators like are a thing. But like that's not like really like what I was going for. Like the sports team, I wasn't going for that. I was just going for like people being really into the Gators, kind of like the Manatee fan club, like being really into Gators. Florida Gator gang. But I think that is so cute. And so that one has kind of this like green like that. And I think that that is so stinking cute. Okay, so I'm considering getting those. Let me know if you think those are cute or not. I obviously think they're cute, but I don't want to like get like a bunch of them if no one else likes them but me. So those are the two things, and here is the sweatsuit they sent. This is really silly. It's got like a brand name on it. So I don't know if this is someone's brand or not. It says brands. Oh, it's like a little crop. That's so funny. It's like a little crop that says brands. That's cute though. This is so funny. I like love that. I'll have to try it on. I'm probably gonna wash it before I try it on though. But look how stinking cute. Okay, so let me look that up. Hold on. A quick Google search yielded no results for what this means. But yeah, I think that's really cute. Maybe it's just like an example of like what they can do, but it's like the same material and everything like that as the like the white sweatshirts that I get. So maybe they're just like trying to show me like that they can do it in other colors too. But I do think that that is super duper cute. So the next thing that I'm going to try to accomplish today during nap time is to embroider the 2 white sweatshirts that I have that I can put the for unto us. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on my heat press so that I can find the midline then and try to see if I can at least knock out one before the kids wake up, because they kind of were stirring a little bit ago but they didn't wake up, so I probably don't have very much time. So just go ahead and do it. And I was able to get actually 3 of the For Unto Us sweatshirts done. I only thought I had 2 of these left, but I actually had 3. So I was able to get all those done, and I reordered more to do. They won't be here till Thursday, so I have to wait to do that. But I did finish washing my sublimated sweatshirt, and I'll show you a comparison tomorrow too, like in the same lighting so you can see, but still looks good. Yeah. So this is the 50-50 blend, and this is after 1 wash, and I did it like on normal but cold water with, I use like a free and clear type of detergent, and then I just had it inside out too, and then I dried it on like normal low. So yeah, by itself, and it looks pretty similar. I would say identical and no change. So yeah, so that was a good little test, and I think I'm going to actually just sign off for the night because I don't have any more embroidery to do, and I also need to go through my bins and get them all fixed up for this weekend. So I will check in tomorrow. Happy Thursday. So today during nap, I think what I'm going to try to do is embroider a Mary applique sweatshirt, like the big one. So I'm going to work on that, and let me show you. This is the sweatshirt that I showed you last night, but I thought I would do it in more kind of like comparable lighting. So yeah, so this is the sublimated sweatshirt after 1 wash in the washing machine. So I think it looks really, really good. It's definitely like looks identical to me, so I can't even tell if any like ink actually washed out. So yeah, so that looks really, really good, and I'll show you it on the table here in a second. But doing the applique embroidery is going to take me a little bit longer than most things I embroider, just because, well, one, I can't use my mighty hoop because the design is bigger than my largest mighty hoop, so I have to use like one of the hoops that come with the machines. So I'm not super good at hooping things like that, so it'll take me kind of a while. And then the actual stitch out is like really long. It's probably like, I think it was around 50 minutes. And then I also have to clip the applique like fabric. So yeah, it's gonna take me kind of a long time. So while I do that, I'm probably also gonna print out some sublimation prints on my printer to put on some tote bags. And I'm going really heavy with the Christmas stuff because like this Saturday in particular, the market that I'm going to has like really kind of put the emphasis on having holiday items. Yeah, so that's kind of why I'm doing some heavy focus on that stuff. So let's just go ahead and get started.
TV, couples and Christmas trees, gift wrapping and cheer. Just the worst time to be without someone special. In all the movies they're kissing in the snow, holding hands and mittens, baking together at home. I like the movies when I'm walking in the snow, cold hands and mittens, eating gingerbread home alone. I dream of December nights, kissing under bright lights, snowflakes in my hair, carols playing in the air. I dream of December nights, kissing under bright lights, red bow in my hair, sleigh bells in the air. The only thing I'm missing is you. Stockings on fireplace, but in my living room, a single one with my name, knit sweaters and lace, dressed up alone on the couch during cold winter.
Here is the Mary shirt that I was able to finish, and I think it looks really, really good, but there definitely was a little bit of shifting in the design because I could tell when it was like starting to stitch out the Y. I cut pretty close to the edge, but it still kind of like came out a little bit. It doesn't look bad for sure, but it is really annoying because I can tell that like the stitches didn't fully go over it. Like I'll try to like, so yes, that's like really weird and annoying. So like I'm really torn because I think that these are like super duper cute, but like time wise and effort wise, that's just like so much because like I don't know what I could have done different. I hate using these normal hoops because I feel like I tighten them and tighten them and tighten them, and it never feels like it's super taut. So it's just kind of like, I don't know if I just want to keep making these and like possibly having these issues, or if I should just like abandon ship and just like call it. So yeah, also it's like really hard to get this color sweatshirt in right now. They're like sold out everywhere, or like the places that have them, the blanks are like really, really expensive. So yeah, so I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. I have to think on that, but I did print some more of these to put on tote bags. I don't think I have too much time before my kids wake up from their nap, so I think I'm gonna have to wait until later to put these on the tote bags. So I guess I'm just going to call it and check in tonight. It's Wednesday night, and I think all I'm going to do tonight is do some sublimation on some of these totes. Like I was saying in the previous vlog, these are just the Make Market totes from Michaels. I got mine in a pro pack, which means like you have to get like a lot online, and that was just the best deal for me. I think you can also get these in singles at Michaels, just like the store. So yeah, so I'm gonna do this, and the ones I'm gonna try to work on tonight are the For Unto Us a Child is Born, and then also the presents and the snowland. So basically all of the like Christmassy holiday houses that I have printed out. So I'm probably gonna put the For Unto Us on these cream ones, and then the other ones just like on white ones. So I'm getting my heat press right now, it's heating, and yeah, so I just need to cut some butcher paper, and then I'll get to putting these on their bags. Call it tonight on just doing these two because I need to go prep stuff to put in the air fryer. So I may check in later, or I may check in tomorrow. So I will see you when I see you. Happy Thursday. Today during nap, I'm probably going to just embroider some more of the For Unto Us a Child is Born sweatshirts. I got 3 of them done, and I just got a big box of white blanks and a couple of the Sweet Cream Heather blanks. So I've got 3 sweatshirts already made, and so I've got a lot more to do because I want to have 2 of each size for the market on Saturday. So I probably won't film embroidering them just because I've already shown a lot of footage of me doing that in this vlog. And while that's going, I'm also going to try to supplement some more on these. So yeah, so that's pretty much all I've got going on today. Tonight I'll probably check back in because I'm going to be trying to build a new kind of like display like thing with Ethan when Ethan comes home tonight. It's not anything crazy, but I think it's a good alternative for using the rack. So I'll check in later about that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get started and check in when I've got some stuff done. So nap time is over, but I was able to get like 3 of these done and ready to have the stabilizer cut off. And I also did 1 of the tote bags, and I also just went ahead and center marked all of my white sweatshirts so that I have 2 of each size. If I can show you, hard to tell, but I marked it. So I got all of that done, so hopefully I'll be able to finish like embroidering them today before the day is over. I did a lot of like short form video content, like I filmed for like TikToks and Reels and like shorts for this and everything, just because I've done a really bad job of uploading those. I have some recorded, and I do this thing where I literally record me setting up at every event, but I've been really bad about like finishing editing it. So then I don't put it up, and then it's like, is it weird to upload a video of me like setting up for an event that happened like 2 or 3 weeks ago? I don't know. Let me know how you feel about that. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get my kids up from their nap, and I will check in later and let you know what I get into. It's Thursday night, and I'm all done embroidering all of the For Unto Us sweatshirts I'm gonna make for the markets this weekend. Once again, like I'm not taking these to the market on Friday. I'm taking it to the markets on Saturdays and Sunday. I am a little bit like, I guess like I'm a little bit nervous about tomorrow's event because I don't really know what to expect of it, because like I kind of said earlier, I don't know how many other people are actually like selling things there. I think there might have just been like misinformation, I guess, like on my behalf on like what I thought was gonna be the case of what's happening there. So like I don't really know, so I'm a little bit nervous also because like what I'm taking tomorrow is like really different from what I'm bringing on Saturday to that market, and there's not a ton of time between when I'm gonna get home tomorrow and then when I have to leave for Saturday's market. So like I hope that I'm able to like adequately switch things out in the car. So that's kind of like my biggest worry. Yeah, but that's a long way to say let's just go ahead and get to cutting the stabilizer, spraying the marking off, and tagging them.
It's on your face and then from the 80s. Someone keeps blocking my way. I can't feel farther other way. Wait on a moment to say that I want you. You know that I want you.
So I have all of these tagged, and they're all still kind of like a little bit wet on the front, so I'm kind of letting them just air dry a little bit, just wet from like me spritzing them to get the marker off. But yeah, so I've got all of those done. So I think what I'm going to do for the rest of the night before I start packing up the car, and I guess we're gonna try to work on setting up this like new display thing that I'll show you in a little bit if we get to it tonight. So while these are drying and I'm waiting for Ethan to get back from the storage unit because he went to go get the tent and stuff like that, I'm gonna be pressing some tote bags. So yeah, let's do it.
Lost in a daze, I caught your sudden gaze, and time it started racing. But moments tend to fade, and you're too far away from me to get my name in. Someone keeps blocking my way. I can't feel further away. Wait on the moment to say that I want you. You know that I want you.
Sublimating 3 Christmas totes. I'm gonna have to like sell this one, I think, as like an oopsie a little bit, because I guess I didn't have like enough like pressure up top, so it's a little bit like faded, but it kind of just looks like snow. But I'll sell it as an oopsie because it looks so cute. Someone can definitely love this. So I got this one, I got this one, and then this one. I think these are so cute. People don't like these and they're crazy. Okay, but me and Ethan are gonna work on a new display thing. It requires drilling and we're gonna be inside, so I think we'll probably just like make it before I talk about it. So I'll check in just a little bit. Happy Friday. So I'm on my way now to go to the Glazier Children's Museum. It's down in Tampa. So we've been here to a market before, but now we're doing the market that's like the mother of all baby showers that's inside the actual Children's Museum. It's 2 o'clock right now. It takes about 2 hours to get there, so I should be there by the time like setup begins, which is at 4. I am definitely more anxious about this market than I have been about previous markets, just because like it is the furthest I've ever had to do a market by myself, and it's also going to be pretty late, so I'm going to be coming home kind of late, and I just like don't know what to expect, because it's not really like a market where like people are actively coming to like shop. They're kind of just coming, I think, to look around and look at different like baby brands, and it was a really hefty fee, so like $400, so I'm just like, I'm a little bit worried that the outcome is not going to be very good, and then like I'm going to be home really late tonight, and then I have to get up really early tomorrow to go get ready for my other market that I have tomorrow. And because the markets are going to be kind of like different demographics, like tonight's more kind of like mom, and tomorrow I think it's just going to be kind of like the general population, I have to like change like how I have my car set up, so I don't really just have like, I don't have a ton of time to do everything, so I'm just like really anxious about that. So I'm really hoping that tonight goes good, and I'm really looking forward to tomorrow, because I think tomorrow's gonna do good, but like now I feel like I'm like packed all weird, so it's like a whole thing. So I'll just like probably check in when I get down there. And I didn't get a chance to show you the new like display thing we've been working on, because I actually need to order some bigger like parts for it. So the part that I need to get is a carabiner, and I got carabiners, but they're too small for what I need. So I had to order some new carabiners, and those are gonna be here tonight. So I'll probably just show you the new display thing tomorrow when I'm setting it up. So all that to say, I will see you down there. So here is my table all set up. I feel like I meant to bring the little crates, but I forgot them. So I've got my diaper bags here, my sweatshirts here, my hats, and my tumblers. So yeah, so I think it's good. I really wish I had the floral bouquet tumbler to put right there and round it out and make it 6. But that's just how it is. And I just have one mama tumbler, so when that one's gone, they're gone for like a couple of weeks until I get the new ones. But yeah, there is my setup. And we're on the 2nd floor of the Glazer Children's Museum, and there's like a barnyard area, and there's a cow noise that keeps going off, so that's pretty funny. It keeps mooing. So yeah, I wonder if you could just hear it. Okay, so I'm all set up and ready to go. Right now it is 5:30. They came and brought me a chair. I actually brought a chair, but I didn't bring it in because I was like, I'm not gonna need a chair, but they brought me a chair, so that's really, really nice. So yeah, I hope that tonight goes good. I still just like don't really know what the situation is gonna be, so hopefully it does good. I was gonna do a little walk around, but it's just kind of like this. I think most of the stuff is downstairs. There's me. There's 2 more things. Okay, so it's 5:57, so it's almost 6 o'clock, and I think I hear some commotion going on downstairs, so we'll definitely see how this goes. I'll do like my hourly check-in if I have the ability to, so I hope that it goes pretty good. We'll have to see. I think that there's more stuff downstairs, kind of like the bigger things. I think this is just kind of like the smaller table spaces up here. But yeah, I'll check in. 7 o'clock check-in. So I originally thought this was going to be a bust, but I'm at $70. I've sold a tumbler and 2 of these sweatshirts, so that's really, really good. There isn't a ton of traffic up here. Most of it's downstairs, so like every once in a while, like you know, a couple will like come up the stairs. Yeah, so hopefully I sell some diaper bags because that is mostly what I brought. I didn't actually bring that many tumblers, so. 8 o'clock check-in, so no sales in the last hour, and there's not really anyone up here. But they did bring us some PDQ, which I've never had before. It's like a chicken thing, so it's like had like 2 chicken strips and some chips. I've not had chips in a really long time. Well, like not like chips like this. I guess I had Ruffles at the house, but these are pretty good. But yeah, I'm feeling like this is not going to be successful, which I kind of, you know, figured, but I'll check in later. The event is over and I'm back in my car. It was a little tricky coming back to the car because I can only take 1 trip because I think they were like closing it down. I don't think they would let me go back up to get the rest of my stuff, so I stacked my bins in a kind of like a precarious way to get them back to the car. I ended up making a little over $200, which is good, but most of that came from other vendors at the end of the night who bought tumblers. So I sold 2 of the Antisocial Mom Club's sweatshirts, and then I also sold 1 tumbler to someone who was there at the event, and then I ended up selling like 3 tumblers to other vendors. So I mean, I'm glad that I did get those sales, but there was no one there. There were maybe like, I want to say like 15 groups of mom and partner. So like, I really don't know what to do because like, it was suggested to me by one of the other people that were there who was there with like a pediatrician's office. So like their booth fee was like $1,000. So, but it's like a business paying for that, not like it was like a doctor's office business paying for that, not like just like a single person, like a, you know, like a small company like me. And they suggested that I ask for my money back. And like, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to ask for it back, but it's just like, if you pay like $400 and you don't see, like if you pay $400 and you don't see anyone, like, it's just like, I'm a little bit frustrated because like, I guess like I knew it was going to be a waste of time. It's just like, I'm glad I made $200, but I spent over $400 to be here, and I also spent like my whole Friday night. And like my husband had to come home early from work, so it's just kind of like, I knew tonight was going to be frustrating, but like I didn't realize it was going to be like that frustrating. Oh, I also sold a diaper bag. I did sell 1 diaper bag, so that's good. Yeah, so tomorrow is gonna be way better. Or at least I hope it's gonna be way better. So I'm gonna head home now and try to get home and like repack the car to get ready, because I have to be there tomorrow morning at like 8 a.m. to set up. It's only like 10 minutes from the house, so that's not bad. So I'm really excited about that. So yeah, so I will check in tomorrow and hopefully it goes better. I don't wanna be a negative Nancy about tonight, but like, I definitely like applied to this before I kind of really knew how going to a craft fair works, and like kind of like manage my expectations, because my expectations were kind of like, oh, like it's like an expo, and like you're gonna like have a lot of people coming to that, and you're gonna like see a lot of people, and like I thought like, you know, I'd be like giving out my card to a bunch of people, and just like it was a wash, yeah. So I don't want to be negative, but it's hard to not be negative because it does feel like a huge waste of time. Yeah. Okay, well, I'll check in tomorrow, and tomorrow should be better, so happy Bailey should be out tomorrow. Happy Saturday. So I'm about to leave to go to the market in Altamont Springs. It's at the Adjectives Market like I was talking about, and it goes from today from 9 to 4. So that's a pretty good amount of time. I think the booth fee was only like, I want to say $80. I don't remember exactly. I'll have to look it up. But it's a long market, and I think it's gonna go well. I packed pretty heavily, and it's only like 10 minutes away from my house. So if I need anything, Ethan can bring the boys and like bring the stuff that I need. So I do have high hopes for today's. My goal is $500. So hopefully I make that. I've got like all of like my for Unto Us, the Child Is Born sweatshirts. So if I sold out of those, that'd be like $400 or something like that. So hopefully that goes good. I think those might be a good seller here. Yeah, so that's really all I have to say. Setup is at 8 for me. So yeah, so I've got 20 minutes to get there, but it's only 10 minutes away. Yeah, so I only have an hour to set up after I get there, and I'm a little bit nervous about that, but I think it should go good. But I have my new display thing that I'll show you, and it's nothing like crazy. It's just like a little bit complicated for me to fix up by myself, and when I like set you up, I'll like probably like a voiceover talking about it. But yeah, so I'll see you when we get over there.
Trying to feel anything, but then I see over there smiling, and it all comes back, it's rushing in. I've been trying to find my nerve endings. Won't you come on over later and waste my time? Is this what it looks like, honey? I'm getting used to never getting over this. Won't you be my Valentine? Not just for February, but maybe my whole life. 'Cause won't you be my Valentine? Have you got something to say now? 'Cause I've been holding my breath. I've got a bad habit of talking too much, and it usually ends in regret. But then I see you over there dancing, and it all slows down, I'm rushing in now. And I've been trying to find my nerve endings. Won't you come on over later and waste all of my precious time? Is this what it looks like, honey?
So this morning has been an absolute crap show for me. I'm finally like done setting up. It's not set up like how I wanted because I didn't bring like hooks to put the tote bags on. It's like a whole thing, but I'll show you what I've got so far. Also, I forgot the butterfly hats, so I'm struggling this morning. So I have my sign and my mannequin, and then here's the tent. And so I've got my rack with like some hats, tumblers, all that good stuff. And then I didn't put anything on the back of this because I have this rack right here that's kind of like low on stuff, but it has like a lot of my Christmas stuff, my Florida stuff like that. And then I have, this is the thing that I was working on. It needs to be like a little bit higher up, but the carabiners that I ordered did not get here, so we just had to like tie it. I got my neighbor's husband to help me, and so like because it's like not like high up enough, like I feel like this is like too low to put the tote bags right now. Also, I don't even have hooks to put the tote bags on, so that's really annoying. So this is what I have the table looking like. It just has like the totes because I don't have the hooks for them, and Ethan may be able to bring them to me, but I don't know if I'm gonna make him do that. So that's what that's looking like. Also, like I'm a little bit annoyed because I have to like do this because like everyone's like scooted like this way. I don't know, it's like a whole thing. So like I was originally gonna put this over here, but it was like gonna be like way too low with like this. It It's like a whole thing, so I'm like all in a tizzy about everything. So yeah, so right now it's actually like, let me see. It's actually technically like 20 minutes into the event. So yeah, so it's definitely not off to a good start for me. There's a lot of food trucks though. Also, I'll have to fill you in later, but like my neighbor was like not really nice to me. Like one of them, like it's like a little boutique, and one of the girls was really nice to me, and like I was friends with from like a previous event, but the other one was like kind of like rude to me this morning. I'll fill you in later about what she said, but it was just like kind of annoying. Also, like it's really anty here. I got bit by an ant. So yeah, so it's not starting off the best, so hopefully it gets better from here. 10 o'clock check-in, and the trend of bad luck continues. I also forgot like my camera like tripod thing, so I'm having to like hold you in a weird way. It's like that's kind of annoying. But yeah, so I'm not feeling good about it so far. Hopefully it picks up. I mean, I still have like a long time. We're here till 4, so I just hope it picks up. I don't know. I'm just a little bit worried. I'm concerned, I guess. But yeah, I will check in just a little bit. 11 o'clock check-in, so I sold a tumbler and a shirt, so we're at like $45 right now. So my goal of 500 might have been too great. I mean, I still have like, you know, like 5 more hours, so hopefully more people come. Yeah, so feeling a little bit down, and it's pretty hot, so a lot of people are coming in seeing the sweatshirts and being like, oh, like, you know, no, like way too hot, which I understand. So it's just a lot of frustrations. But yeah, someone bought the last mama tumbler, so I'm completely out of those. But I've had a lot of people look at the tumblers and the hats. So yeah, I'll keep you updated. 12 o'clock check-in, and we're at 176, so that's pretty good. There's not very much traffic coming into the booth. I sold a pretty good many hats, so that's good. No sweatshirts, and really just that one shirt that I sold. So yeah, so hopefully, you know, we still have 4 hours, so hopefully it picks up. But here are the other vendors. So there's this row, and then there's this back here. There's like a bunch over here. Let me try to go around this way. So there's all these vendors down here and over here. I kind of like, when I picked my spot, I thought this was going to be the best spot because it was near the food trucks, near the entrance, but now I don't think so, so kind of disappointing. 2 o'clock check-in, so I didn't check in at 1 because I didn't make any sales, so I had like really no update, but like I'm at 283 right now, so that's pretty good. We still have 2 hours left, so I'm hoping that that goes up, obviously. But yeah, there's just not like that much foot traffic, and it is kind of like humid and a little bit hot. 3 o'clock check-in, I'm doing pretty good. I'm at 339, which is really awesome. I think that just like yesterday, like being so like not good, and I ended up coming like really late and like having to wake up really early this morning, like put me in a really grumpy mood. So I've been like really like grumble all day, but I have been doing like pretty good. It's just like I've been here for a really long time, and I actually didn't eat breakfast, so there's that. So I'm just like really tired. I'm just kind of like getting over it a little bit. So we just have 1 more hour left, but yeah, so I hope this next hour is good. But yeah, 339 is obviously really good, but it took a long time to get there. So yeah, I'll check in. I probably won't check in until after I'm already loaded up and in the car, so I'll see you when I see you. It may be a little bit hard to see what I'm trying to show you here, but multiple vendors have already packed up and left like 30 to 45 minutes before the actual event ends, so I don't understand that. Like, what the heck? Okay, so it's time for my sweaty hot car chat, and so before I tell you like how much I made and stuff like that, I thought I would go ahead and tell you like the drama that I had earlier. And it wasn't anything crazy or like that bad, but I've never had a negative interaction with another vendor before, so this kind of like took me aback a little bit. Okay, so here is the hot gossip. So when I got here, I was actually beside someone that I have vended next to before, and it's like a boutique and it's owned by like 2 women. And I've only ever really talked to one of them, and she's really nice, and I said hey to her at another event where we vended at the same event but like we're next to each other. So like we have like a good like rapport, and like we're friendly with each other, and I've never really talked to the other girl. But when I pulled up and like they saw them, like they were like really far over, and I think I showed you earlier when I was showing my spot, like my tent, like my area wasn't big enough for my tent to be like fully like in the parking lot, and I think that their tent was actually like a 12 by 12, because when I was looking at it, it definitely extended further than my legs on both sides. So so I was like on the median, so like about like half a foot, it's like 6 inches were like on the median, so I kind of like lost that space. And I wanted to hang my that little dowel thing that I made as like my rack, like my rack that would have like the majority of my stuff. And when I tried to put it on the far side where the median was, the bottom dowel was like too low, and if I wanted to like hang anything on that, it would just be like touching like the grass, and there was like a whole bunch of ant activity. So I moved it to the other side that was adjacent to their tent. And you know, I'm like hanging stuff up on it, and the other girl, the girl that I normally don't talk to, she was like, are you planning on putting another one on the other side? And I was like, oh no, I actually like, yeah, I can't. And I told her the same reason that I told you. And she was like, I'm just getting really claustrophobic in here. And like, mind you, they have a 12 by 12 tent, which you're supposed to have a 10 by 10. And they have like 3 tables, 2 racks, and a Christmas tree in their booth. And so it's like, I feel like me being like 3 inches into your area is not like making or breaking it. I think I'll insert a photo of like how far over my display was. So it was just weird because she was like really mad at me. She's like, yeah, I'm just getting really claustrophobic. And like, I'm not even exaggerating, like that's how she said it. So I was just like, oh, well, I could have said, well, maybe if your tent was the right size and I could scoot over and not be in the grass by this tree. But like, I didn't say anything. I was just like, oh, like, sorry. But yeah, nothing too crazy, but that really took me aback because like she was like legitimately like mad at me for being like 3 inches into their area when like they were taking more space than is allotted, and they had way too much stuff in there to begin with. So I don't know how I'm making you claustrophobic when you've got like way more stuff than you could ever sell here. Okay, so that's enough of that. But I am definitely in a better mood. I definitely think that yesterday, just like the late night and the early morning today, and like being really frazzled about last night put me in a bad mood, because I did do a really good job today. I made a little bit over 400. So I made like $402 in sales, and my booth fee was actually not 80. I thought it was 80. It was only 50, and it was 10 minutes from my house. So like, this event was definitely a win. I'm super excited about that. Tomorrow I have an event like at, it's at a store called The Good Crowd, and it's with Orlando local makers, which I've not had a ton of success with lately if you've been watching my videos. So I hope tomorrow does good. I heard from like another vendor friend that like she does pretty good, because it's like in this area called College Park that's apparently really nice. So I'm very interested to see how that goes. It's a much shorter market. See, that's kind of what made today hard. It's like I did make $400, but I've been here since like 8 o'clock, and it's almost 5 o'clock now. So like, I've been here for quite a while just to make that. So I don't know if I would do it again. I'd probably have to think about it, but I mean, all in all, not a bad day, because I've spent the same and made 0. So yeah, all in all, a good day. I'm gonna go home and I will check in with you tomorrow. Also, the warm weather definitely deterred people from buying sweatshirts. Like, a bunch of people come and say, oh, this is so cute, but I can't even think about a sweatshirt. And also, side note, I was just showing you a video earlier, probably before this, where people started breaking down and leaving at like 3 o'clock. And I am so against that, because I do think it is confusing. I ended up selling like a manatee pullover at like 3:55. So if I had been packing up way early, I would have missed that sale. So I don't understand why people do that. So like, literally multiple booths were gone by 3:30, and so like, that is unacceptable. I just like do not understand like why. If I was people running the market, I would go up to them and I'd be like, no, you are not moving. No, it ends in an hour, so or 30 minutes. So yeah, so that was like really annoying, because I am definitely a firm believer of like, you gotta stick it out. You're here, just you gotta stick it out. Unless like you have somewhere to go, or you're having a medical emergency, which I think someone did have a medical emergency earlier when we were just getting started out, because it was a little bit hot and humid. So yeah, I think he was having some sort of like heat situation. But yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Happy Sunday. I am headed out to go to my market for today. So setup begins at 10:30 and it's like 10:16, and it takes me about 15 minutes to get there. So I should be like right on time. It's at this place called The Good Crowd in College Park in Orlando. I've never been in like that area, I think, because it's like on the other side of the interstate, like the 4. So I guess like I've just never been over there. So I'm very interested to see how today goes, because I've not had very good luck with like Orlando local makers, but I have another vendor friend who says that she always does good at the College Park one. So I don't really know what to expect. I brought something kind of like new that I'm testing the waters on, and I'll show you when I get set up what it is. So let's just go ahead and get over there.
Stop doing all that you should. When I get mad, you giving me everything I want. How come you can't be the same way, even on the days we get along? Instead of changing when you want, cause that's when I stop tripping and you start fixing every little thing that you did, so I don't end up with another man. Oh, I'm giving up, it's hard to know how long it's gonna last. Right before I say it's over with, I'm through with this, I'm throw it in the trash. That's when
I'm all set up and ready to go. It took me kind of a long time because I was talking a lot, but I've got my rack, this, and so I got these hung up with the carabiners, so I think that made it a lot easier than having to tie it. Yes, I've got all of these, and the goal is I actually ordered some little clippy hangers so I can put these on the bottom rack so that they can be like hung up but not on the ground. So I think that that's good. I'm trying to see if there's maybe like a way, maybe I'll make like another one to put like on the other side of my booth, because I do feel like this is a little bit heavy looking. I mean, I do think that definitely this made more people like come up and like look through, because I feel like sometimes the people will look at this and they'll kind of just like get to like they'll start here and then they'll be like, okay, and then if there are a lot of things they won't continue on. But with this one, I do feel like more people like took the time to like go through each one. And then this is the thing that I'm testing out today. This is a mystery grab bag, so you can get a tumbler and a hat for 38 bucks. So yeah, so I thought that was a little fun, because I remember as a kid like being really into grab bags. I mean, I'm still into grab bags now, but maybe you like all of the tumblers and all of the hats and you don't want to choose. So I have chosen for you and you get a little discount. So I thought that was really cool. So I've got the bags, more grab bag, scrunchies. So yeah, so I'm all set up and ready to go. 1 o'clock check-in, and you probably guessed it. Yeah, so we're at $0 right now and there's no one here. So yeah, so hopefully by 2 we get some sales. There are a lot of vendors here, and there's supposed to be live music, but I don't know if he's just kind of like hanging out over there. But yeah, I'll check in later. 3 o'clock check-in. I did not check in at 2 because we were still at 0. And this update, I have to tell you that we are still at 0. Yeah, so yeah, I will never do another Orlando Local Makers event ever. And well, I mean, I'll do the Art After Dark. I'm signed up to do that twice, and everyone I talk to says that's really good, so we'll have to see. Yeah, this is just kind of like a random location. I thought it was gonna do good, but we still have another hour, but it's looking really rainy. It's kind of hard to tell. It's pretty cloudy, looking pretty rainy, so I don't have high hopes. So I might have to pack up early because of the rain. If it starts raining, the forecast says it's just supposed to be cloudy, but it does look pretty gray out here, and there were definitely a couple of raindrops earlier. Yeah, so I will check in later and talk to you soon.
I need you, but I'm leaving, but come see me, leave me alone. Hate you, but I love you more. I love you more. I love you more. I love you more. Hate you, but I love you more. Sometimes I get comfortable and do whatever you want. I can't kiss and you can clean as soon as I get home, but it's never good enough. Something always wrong. You took advantage of my love. Hell no, cause that's when I start tripping and you start fixing every little thing that you did, so I don't end up with another man. You said I'm giving up, it's hard to know how long it's gonna last. Right before I say it's over with, I'm through with this, I'm throw it in the trash. That's when I need you, but I'm leaving, but come see me, leave me alone. Hate you, but I love
So I am all packed up and ready to go, and in an interesting string of events, this is another reason why you should not pack up early. So about, I want to say like 3:50-ish, this person came in and she was like looking around and she was looking like really serious at everything, and she ended up spending $140 with me. More like 139.1, and that's like including tax. But yeah, so I made $0 up until the last 10 minutes, and then I made like around 140. So I'm pretty happy about that, because I would have been very upset if this was another $0 market. So thank goodness that happened. Yeah, so she bought like a Florida pullover, and the Florida sweatshirt, and then the Florida tote bag, and then she also bought the Embroidery for Unto Us a Child is Born sweatshirt. So I'm like super stoked that that happened, because I was about to be like, oh my gosh. But definitely like this weekend in terms of market success was not exactly like what I was looking for or really what I wanted. So, oh, let me put how much I made versus my booth fee for today right here. So I definitely was hoping with 3 markets that I would make a little bit more. I'm very thankful that yesterday did pretty good. But it's kind of like funny, like I made, I guess like almost half, not exactly almost half of what I did yesterday in the last like 10 minutes of a 4-hour market versus like, you know, I guess yesterday was 9 to 4. Yeah, so it's just kind of like interesting how things happen. I mean, it is all up to chance and kind of people coming. Yesterday was definitely busier. It was definitely a busier market. So, I mean, I guess I expected to make more there, and it was longer. But yeah, I was really hoping for more out of this one, because I had really heard good things from it. But yeah, I feel bad. Like, I definitely like the people who organize the Orlando local makers markets, but I just think the only one, I'm gonna try Art After Dark, which is like another one like in Lake Nona in a couple weeks. I'm gonna try that one, because people, I think that most people say that that's a good one, but also people said this one was a good one. So hopefully the Art After Dark works out good, because that will be officially the end of me doing any sort of Orlando local makers if that's not good. But I'll do some calculations, and I'll put up on the screen probably here my total for this weekend versus what I paid to vend this weekend. I'll put it here. I think based on yesterday and like today, I definitely like, you know, didn't lose money, but I didn't make a lot of like, I didn't make like a lot of profit or anything like that, which is like fine. But yeah, so next weekend I kind of have more like tried and true markets, I guess, that do good. Like I think on Saturday, let me pull up my schedule here. I think on Saturday I have Collective Corner, which I think is going to be good, and it's kind of like a night one, so that's a little bit different than normal for Collective Corner. So it's from 4:30 to 9, and it's kind of like, you know, downtown at Succulents Empire again. So I'm very interested to see how that turns out. What's really funny is I actually like left my top on my tent, because usually I've been like taking it off on like when I have night markets, but I was like, oh, I have Collective Corner next week, and that's not a night market, but it actually is. And then on Sunday I have a fall festival downtown at a place that I've never actually vended at. It's called like the Veranda at Thornton Park, and I've never vended there before, but I'm very interested to see how that's gonna go. And that's 4 hours during the day, so obviously very similar to today's event in terms of timing. So I hope that it's in a better location. So yeah, so I just have the 2 next week, which is good, because I definitely was tired this week. I definitely think it all stems from kind of like Friday being such a big bust for me. It just kind of made the rest of my weekend a little bit stressful. But yeah, so hopefully next weekend I'm excited for Collective Corner, because I think that's gonna do good. I don't know if the timing being different than normal is going to be a good thing or a bad thing, but I expect it to be pretty good. But yeah, so I really hope that you liked this video. I try to not be super negative, and like, I'm sure a lot of people who do craft fairs, if you're watching this, you can relate. It's really hard to like knock it down when like you think about all the effort that you put into like getting your products or creating your products, and then like hauling them to like where you're gonna have a market, setting up, and then just like the time and energy and the money like you put into doing these things. So it can definitely be stressful, but I think next week is definitely going to be positive. I don't know if I have like too much on the docket in terms of prepping for next week, just because I didn't like sell that much stuff. I should be potentially like maybe getting in some inventory, possibly. well, I'll just have to see what I've got like on the docket. Yeah, so next week I have 2 craft fairs, so I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe so that I know that people are liking these videos. I really, really appreciate everyone who's been watching these videos, liking and commenting. It really means so much to me that like, I just really, really appreciate that people actually like care about what I'm like doing and like talking about, and are wanting to like be supportive and helpful. And hopefully I have supported you and helped you in a way. But yeah, so I hope that you like this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.